Hey everyone, I'm Klloo, and welcome to the data pack Runechant, A World to Discover. A massive survival data pack filled with magic and mysteries. Experience new seasons as you traverse different biomes, craft and cast powerful spells, enhance your weapons with new forms of brewing, or gain different abilities through trimming equipment, which has also been extended to weapons and tools. With 8 new advancement tabs to pursue, come experience a whole new world. The data pack is finally at a state release, so no better time to start playing and preparing for more endgame content to come. You can find the pack on Planet Minecraft or Moderate, or of course in the links down below. Right, hey everyone, I'm Klloo. So first off, it's coming, right? I'm working hard on the port. Also disregard all the snow behind us. It is currently the end of season, right? This little transparent icon tells us. But yeah, I'm currently working on the port over to 1.20.5. There's so much to do. There's so much stuff that's been changed. But anyway, in the meanwhile, we have new trim. So I thought, why don't we take a look at, well, trim effects, right? Because a big part of the pack, or a big popular part of the pack, I should say, was the fact that I made trim armor and trim weapons actually have a useful effect. So for instance, if you had a full set of X trim, you would gain X effect. So, right, when we start off by looking at, well, the weapons. Yeah, I'll start. So we've got the Flow new armor trim pattern, which I also need to rename because it's no longer just an armor trim, as you can see. Then we also have bolts. Ooh, that goes in that slot. And we have our 2 weapons, right, with their nice little emerald trimming. That doesn't matter. I was thinking whether I need the item again. But yeah, so we now have Flow armor trim and bolt armor trim. They will be changed to have the correct language as the other trims, which are what they are called platings now. Yeah. So if I, for instance, doesn't matter which one, do that, we can look at this, and it now says ribcage plating, right, which makes a bit more thematic sense in terms of wording. But yeah, so we have 2 weapons, right? One with Flow, one with bolts. Now, which to go first? Probably bolt, that's the easiest to show off, right? So, simple, bolt, double tap with sprints, and you actually teleport, right? So, yeah, we'll mark it. We're starting at this side, and we end up right at the end. So you get to essentially dash forward 3 blocks, which, you know, bolting. I don't know. I have a lot of lightning effects, so I wasn't quite sure what to do. Huh, you can click on them to use them. That's interesting. I didn't know that was a function. But yeah, so it's nice and simple. All you have to do is dash, and you spawn lightning wherever you were, so you got a little bit of damage, right? So if we dash through entities, for instance, right, strike them down with lightning as we move forward. You can just use it as utility. You can use it to cross blocks as well. Although, again, we're in this awful season that is making me weak, slow, and giving me mining fatigue. So yeah, it's a bit bad, but you might as well do effect, clear. I also then need to go effect, give. I got them back, didn't I? Yeah. Give us luck, please. So a big part of the pack, again, is a lot of things that are tied to luck. So you need luck to actually proc. So for instance, we have Flow now, right? So Flow, where'd our little helper friends go? I guess they're disappearing. I do need to give myself strength or something just because we won't be able to hit otherwise. 2, please. Yeah, so if we do this, we can now swing and actually do damage. And look at that. Right, so Flow, nice and simple. Anytime you attack, you also shoot out a wind charge, right? I thought that's nice and tasteful. And I do like the delay. So it works as a double hit, because I think the wind charge does damage, right? You get the little knockback of your normal attack, and you get another little burst. And obviously, if you KO them, it just flies off into nothingness. Well, not nothingness, but wherever the next wall is. Okay, so that's 2 down. Why don't we go after the armor effects now? So we don't need that junk. We don't need the weapons either. I don't like being this slow. This is an awful season, right? Which is the point. It's meant to be a season where you don't really want to be a part of it. I'm pretty sure if we hide underground, the effects should go away. They do not, because I have not connected the checks yet. All right, so when it refreshes. Yeah. Again, still lots to do for the pack to make it functional in terms of 1.20.5, because I also chose this time to rewrite a lot of it. Well, not rewrite it, but restructure it so that the pack is a bit more clearer for both me editing and anyone who, you know, wants to pull it apart, look into it, or anything like that. Anyway, on to the new armor set. So we have ourselves Flow, which I actually do like the look of these, right? Looks pretty snazzy. I don't want to delete the items just yet, especially that, right? The chest piece. I don't know. There's not a lot of pixels for you to work with, so doing stuff like this always looks nice. Did I copy it? I didn't copy the helmet, weirdly. Well, I did copy the helmet, but just not in the fashion I wanted. God, this is confusing me. There's the boots, but I'm missing No, the boots are here. Okay, so that's... Where's my... Oh, God. I lost the actual bolts trim. Try again. There's bolts. I don't have to worry about this anymore. I do have to worry about the pattern, though. Crafting in creative. It's fun. When you don't remember what's going on. But anyway, there's our full sets, right? So we've got 2 armors. We've got flow, and we have bolts, right? They all just have the luck bonus because I'm just using emeralds, right? Depending on which material you use, it will have different effects. But if we stick it all on, right, we should get bonus luck, although I have luck, right? Because you get a set effect for the attribute. So in this case, the emerald. And then we also get a effect for using flow, plus a snazzy little particle effect to signify that it's working. So if we take off the helmet, we no longer have the little flow particles, but if we put it back on, right, we're all windy. Now, this one, I need to sort of be in creative, so you guys need to go. Although I need strength again. Yeah, this was the wrong time to do this. And the knockback is a little annoying in that sense. Alright, so ore. Give me some coal for testing and give me a pickaxe. And hopefully this does work, because we do have mining fatigue too, which is kind of annoying. If we go into survival, what should hopefully happen is as we mine, we essentially stack up haste. And we want to see if it procs. That's not a good sign unless it's invisible and I have to use my inventory, but the mining fatigue is definitely not helping. What are our particle colors normally? Yellow. I think it's not working. Maybe the hit effect is a little easier to see. So every time we hit... Oh, we are. You can see. Yeah, we're getting haste. So basically the way it works is mining, apparently not working because I'm mining too slow. So it's like a streak, a counter, if you will. So the more you hit in a row, the higher your haste will build. The more you mine in a row, the more it will build. It won't work off of mining normal blocks, just ore veins. So for instance, when you come across a giant cluster of ore, as you're mining it with the flow armor, you'll rack up haste. And it's simple, every time it triggers, it will give you the next level of haste. So if you have haste 1, for instance, it'll jump you up to haste 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, all the way to 10. So you can get quite speedy off of hitting as well. Although if we use the bolt weapon, I might be able to rack it up a bit better, right? If we give ourselves strength and completely forget that we're in survival. Luckily we're in netherite, although this is still going to go bad because we are slowed. Yeah, I'm going to fix this up before I die. Alright, this is much easier. Yeah, okay, so you can definitely sort of tell the recharge bar is getting quicker, or at least I hope you can tell, as the haste procs. You get like 3 seconds to refresh the stack, and then again, it goes all the way up to 10. So if we let it drain away, perfect, that's our normal swing speed. Right, I'm pretty sure, I'm hoping haste still does what I think it does, because I know they separated the attributes, so wondering if haste actually doesn't affect attack speed anymore. I might have to look into that, but yeah, right, so that is how flow works. Now, what about bolts? Well, we can equip the full sets, and I believe it's when we defeat an entity, although that did not occur. Or is it when we take damage? No, this one, I need a refresher. Let me look into it. Okay, much better. I was utilizing the wrong function when wearing the set, basically, right? So I was calling upon the wrong thing. So we now have our electric particles, which is the first step. Now, the second step we want to see is when we, again, need to give ourselves strength because of this season. I mean, the fact that I'm getting annoyed is good because that's the intention. Now, I should also state, right, while we're at it, right, all the stuff like this, because I can definitely understand if it would be considered just straight up annoying, right? But it's meant to make you want to move around rather than stay in a season affected. So all of this stuff will be toggleable. That's the main reason I've also started restructuring the pack, is so that you can actually pick, right, what you want. Sorry, my cat was obviously making noise. Well, I don't know if that actually picked up, but yeah, so you will be able to decide whether or not you want the seasonal effects to actually work, right? But since they are, we'll do that, and we'll try to catch up. And when we defeat the mob, perfect. A bunch of lightning should happen all around us, right? Yeah, so you can definitely hit yourself. Don't forget that. You are in netherite, so hopefully it's not too much damage. But the theme of this set is basically, as the name implies, a lot of lightning. So every time you defeat a mob, you'll do a little AoE lightning explosion, if you will. And every time you defeat a player, you will actually get buffs, right? To make it a little bit more helpful. in terms of PvP, because that is something I've always kept in mind, is I do want functionality for both, you know, environmental play, PvM, and PvP, fighting players, right? So those are the two new sets. I do have, you know, set effects for everything else. The Shaper is probably my favorite one, but I don't think that's working just yet. We might as well try it, since we have a little bit extra time. You know, why not? We can just take, oh, never mind, I have another set, so that's fine. Put the emeralds in. Every time. Yeah, I wish there was more creativeness to creative, right? Not creative, God mode, I should say, right? So for instance, dropping stuff didn't actually leave your inventory. You had to manually destroy it, and then anything in terms of crafting was the same. Or just a giant, you know, inventory of all the trimmed equipment. I can understand how that would be a pain in their ass, because that's a lot of items, right? As shown by all the vids. That already has Shaper, so that's good. There's the legs, boots, and chest. So if we equip this, our particle effect should change. Take all that off. Right, our particle effect is now nothing. Whoa, that has me worried. They're all Shaper. Function, Runechant. I just want to make sure it is there. Trim enhancements. Then set of materials. We want patterns, and then we want Shaper. Yeah, okay. So it's not there. So there is a typo. Probably because I am performing some sort of item check, right? Again, components, the big change with 1.20.5, the big hassle importing everything over. But, oh well. We'll leave that for another day. So there we go. We've got bolt and flow, weapon and armor effects. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.